Hi, Scorpio. This is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm actually getting really excited because I'm going on a 5-day vacation. Okay, I know that's 10, but I'm so excited. I'm doubling it. I am going to go to St. Francisville at the Myrtles in St. Francisville, Louisiana, which is one of the most haunted places in the U.S. And then there's also, it's close to Baton Rouge. So I'm going to go over to a historic museum at LSU. And then I'm going to go over to Jeffersonville, Texas, which is also haunted, and stay at the historic Con Hotel, also haunted. And that's kind of a boutique town. It's a lot of history, antique stores, craft stores, things like that. I just hear it's awesome. Never been there. So I am excited. I love haunted things. Um, One of my dreams is even to go to Jerome, Arizona and spend the weekend at the hotel there. Would be so excited. And I'm sure I'm going to get around to it, but not this week. So, remember the other day I opened this deck online and we looked at it together? Wasn't that fun? Well, I decided to pull a card for y'all. And you get the balsamic moon, and it says a time for healing. So, means we're working on a time to heal. And right now the moon, I mentioned before, the planet Chiron is retrograde for the next few months, and this is a time for emotional and spiritual healing. I've also the full moon is going to be in Pisces starting Tuesday. And when that happens, it's all about emotions, and our emotions are going to be raw. So I think that what's happening is you need to do some healing during this time because the emotions are really close to the surface. Now, the first card I get in the tarot is the devil. Now, first of all, it's reversed, so we're going to turn it right side up. But when you get the devil reversed, this is a card that talks about addictions or being seduced by something that isn't good for us. In my case, that could very well be chocolate. I love chocolate. Seriously, love chocolate. Probably too much. I can't bring it in my house without eating it. I can like if it's chocolate chips that aren't real chocolate, not milk chocolate chips, but dark chocolate chips, I can usually weigh down those. But like if I go get a candy bar, it's in my belly. So this is all about that type of thing. And in light of the fact that it's time for healing, I believe the cards are telling you that there's something that you need to let go of that's no longer doing you service in addictions, or it could even be a person that you're addicted to. You know, when we're codependent, that's an addiction. I know. I used to always say that being a mom is synonymous with codependency, but I don't think that's completely true. I do think there's some of that because as moms, we will feed our kids first, we will clothe our kids first, we will get their needs met, we will get their wants met before we even fulfill our own needs. But I do think that's different than being codependent with another adult or even with a teenager. At a certain point, we can no longer enable them to make bad decisions. If my son or daughter, let's say my son, we'll just pretend, say my son gets in trouble. If I bail him out, I am enabling him to continue to do that bad behavior. But you're like, but it's my baby. Well, the problem with that, or it's your husband, or it's your grandma, or whoever, the problem with that is as long as you're bailing them out, you're hurting yourself because emotionally you know better. And you feel bad about it. But B, more than anything, you're hurting them. You're like, wait, I'm helping them, not hurting them. No. Say that they wrote a bad check and you covered it for them so they don't get in trouble. Well, then the next time they might, I don't know, sell some drugs and you bail them out again. At a certain point, you can't save them. You cannot save people from themselves. They have to make the choice to save themselves. And if your addiction is something along those lines, you've got to make the choice to save yourself too. But it goes back to this, it's all about healing. The next one card we have is about defending your position. And I think that goes to any addiction we have, we're going to justify it. For example, chocolate. I can say, well, chocolate has serotonin in it, so it's good for my brain. Or wine has resveratrol in it, so it's good for my heart. Or helping my son is keeping him out of trouble, so it's good for him. And he's my baby. Not one of those things I said was real. Yes, wine has resveratrol. Yes, chocolate has serotonin. But one piece of chocolate is not the whole bag. One glass of wine is not the whole bottle. And saving someone from their own consequences is not helping them. And it applies to you too. And the next card we get is the Lovers. And this is right side up. So I feel like this is the time for you to fall in love with you so that you can let go of what's hurting you. All too often, the reason we allow us to eat the whole bag of chocolate or the whole bottle of wine or help someone that we shouldn't be helping because we know better, it's because we don't love ourselves. Okay, let's think about that. If we loved ourselves, we wouldn't need the whole bag of chocolate. Or we're eating that chocolate, that addiction, because it makes us feel better about who we are. We drink that whole bottle of wine, it's because we're feeling bad about ourselves. And if we're saving someone, it's keeping us from thinking about what's wrong in our lives. Yeah, that's a tough one, huh? It really is. But if you can learn to love yourself, then you can make better decisions for you and for that person you love. And you can have a happier life. I promise you, the less codependent you are, or the less you're dealing with this addiction, whatever that addiction is, and the more you're healing, you are going to be happier and more emotionally healthy. But you got to do the work. And this reading today is all about doing that work right now. Now, I also pulled a card from the Guidance Oracle deck cards. And the card I get is Irene. This says there's no need to worry. Things are going to work out beautifully. That is telling you that if you decide to let go of what is holding you back, your addiction, whether it's to people or chocolate or wine or whatever that is, it'll be fine. The work is hard. The road is hard. But the end is beautiful. I promise. Cross my heart and hope to die. So, I'm going to be back a couple of times this week, just in case you don't know that. I'm going to be back on Tuesday because it's a full moon in Pisces, and we'll talk all about that, and we're going to do a meditation. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be in St. Francisville at the Myrtles, and I'm going to do a video there, hopefully with a ghost. And then on Saturday, I'm going to do one in St. Francisville. And I may even do some short ones just on my phone as I walk around the town so you can have vacation with me. Won't that be fun? Vacation with Genevieve. So I'll see y'all soon. If you want to do a private reading, it's 405-512-9400. Or if you want to, or you can send me a PM at Belladonna Moonbeams on Facebook. And if not, I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.